They thought he was harmless. A quiet human husband. A man who cooked breakfast, changed diapers, and fixed squeaky doors. A man who never raised his voice, never looked threatening, never acted like a warrior. But when alien boarders burst into his home that night, weapons raised and arrogance dripping from every step, they discovered the truth too late. A peaceful human is only peaceful because nothing has threatened what he loves. Once something does, even the galaxy's strongest invaders cannot stand in his way. The human's name was Daniel Cole, and no one who knew him would ever call him dangerous. He was the kind of man neighbors borrowed sugar from. The kind of father who carried his toddler on his shoulders even when his back hurt. The kind of husband who spoke softly, perhaps too softly, and apologized even when he did no wrong. He lived in a small home on the outer rim colony of Haven Reach, surrounded by fields of silver grass and crystal lakes that reflected starlight. Every morning, Daniel woke to the sound of his daughter giggling and his wife humming something gentle. Breakfast was always something simple. Eggs, toast, fruit from the garden. Their life was quiet and safe. Or at least, it seemed that way. Daniel's wife often teased him that he acted like he expected trouble. He always checked the windows twice before sleeping. He never left a tool out of place. He fixed every loose screw, every weak hinge, every flickering light. She thought he was just being careful. He knew better. Humanity had built this colony on the far edge of known space. Pirates, raiders, opportunists. The galaxy was full of those who saw humans as strange newcomers, soft-bodied and slow compared to other species. Daniel didn't expect danger every day, but he never forgot the small chance that danger could come. And tonight, danger finally arrived. High above Haven Reach, something tore through the stars. A silent shadow, cloaked from detection, gliding closer with every heartbeat. It hovered just long enough to scan the settlement, then descended like a hunting beast. No alarms sounded. No warnings flashed. Alien boarders preferred silent conquest. As Daniel finished washing the dishes, a small tremor shook the floor. His wife looked up. His daughter froze mid-laugh. Daniel felt it instantly. Not fear. Something older. Something cold and sharp waking inside him. He whispered to his wife, "Take her to the bedroom. Lock the door." She didn't argue. She saw his face change. Not anger. Not panic. Something else. Determination. The aliens landed behind the house, their metallic boots crushing the soft earth. Their armor shimmered with faint blue light, plates shifting like scales. They were Varkan raiders, a species notorious across multiple sectors. Ruthless, efficient, convinced of their own superiority. One of them scanned the house and laughed. Primitive construction. Organic materials. Weak doors. Weak species. The squad leader, taller and heavily armored, growled, "Humans. They are barely above livestock. Enter. Secure. Subdue." They did not expect resistance. They never did. The first alien lifted a weapon resembling a long, jagged spear of pulsing energy and kicked the back door open with arrogant ease. Inside, Daniel stood waiting. He didn't run. He didn't hide. He simply watched them, chest rising slowly, hands relaxed at his sides. The aliens looked at him like he was prey. The squad leader stepped forward, voice dripping with contempt. "Identify yourself, human male. You will kneel while we scan your property. Your compliance will determine how gently we treat your—" Daniel moved. Not violently. Not wildly. Calmly. He stepped forward, grabbed the alien's weapon by its shaft, and twisted. The alien didn't even react at first, too stunned to understand that a human had dared lay a hand on him. Then came the sound. A crack. A sharp, wet crunch of armored joints breaking. The alien roared in pain as Daniel tore the weapon from his grip and slammed its butt into his chest plate. The blow sent the armored creature stumbling back several steps. The other boarders froze, disbelief burning through their alien eyes. "This is impossible," one hissed. "His mass is too low. His musculature is insufficient. Humans are weak." Daniel didn't care what they thought. He cared only that behind the locked bedroom door, two people he loved more than anything were listening, afraid. He walked forward with a steady, frightening calm. The aliens raised their weapons properly this time. Beams of blue energy shot across the living room, scorching walls and furniture. Daniel dove behind the sofa, grabbed its base, and flipped it over as a shield. The aliens laughed. "Furniture cannot block our fire." Daniel shoved the sofa hard. It slid across the floor, slammed into two aliens, and knocked them down. Before they could rise, he was already there. He struck one across the helmet, denting the metal, then pivoted and punched the second in the throat joint where the armor segmented. The alien collapsed, choking in disbelief. The squad leader roared, "Enough. Kill him." For aliens rushed him at once. Daniel did not think. His body moved on instinct. Every fear he ever had for his family turned into strength. Every quiet moment of love had built a fortress inside him. And now, when the threat finally appeared, that fortress unleashed its full fury. One alien swung a plasma blade. Daniel caught the alien's wrist, slammed his elbow into the joint, and twisted until something snapped. Another tried to pin him with a grav bolt. Daniel rolled aside, grabbed the alien's leg, and yanked. The alien fell hard, its weapon firing upward and slicing open the ceiling instead. Daniel grabbed the alien's own fallen weapon and fired blindly. The beam struck a third alien in the chest, sending him flying through the kitchen shelves. It all happened too fast for the invaders to process. Humans weren't supposed to be like this. Humans weren't supposed to be dangerous. Daniel's breathing grew heavier, not from exhaustion, but from focus. He ducked under an incoming strike, grabbed the attacker's helmet, and slammed it into the wall until cracks formed in the alien's visor. One alien finally panicked. "Retreat! Retreat! Retreat!" But Daniel didn't let them. He advanced, face set in stone. He slammed his shoulder into one alien's chest, sending him tumbling. He ripped the energy spear from another's grip and swept its legs. He moved with the desperate power of someone who refused to lose what mattered. Within minutes, the invaders were reduced to a broken, scrambling mess. The squad leader, staggering upright with one functioning arm, stared at Daniel in disbelief. "This is not possible. Humans do not possess such strength." Daniel stepped closer, voice low. "You should not have come into my home." The alien aimed his trembling weapon. Daniel kicked the weapon aside, grabbed the alien by the collar, and lifted him off the ground. The alien's feet dangled helplessly. Daniel spoke through gritted teeth. "Leave this planet. Tell your people. You ever touch a human family again, and you will never leave alive." He dropped the alien, who hit the floor and scrambled backward, crawling out the broken door. The remaining survivors fled, dragging their wounded, stumbling toward their ship like frightened animals. The transport lifted off in panic, engines roaring as it escaped into the sky. Daniel watched until the craft vanished into the clouds. Only then did he breathe. He turned, chest still heaving, and walked back to the bedroom. His wife opened the door slowly, their daughter clinging to her. She looked at the broken walls, the scorch marks, the unconscious aliens across the floor. Then she looked at Daniel. There was no fear in her eyes. Only love. Only the understanding of a truth she had always sensed in him. "You protected us," she whispered. Daniel exhaled shakily. "I always will." Later, galactic networks buzzed with unbelievable reports. Varkan raiders had been defeated by a lone human. Casualty lists, retreat logs, confused statements about human physiology and impossible strength. One alien witness summarized it best. Humans are not dangerous because of physical power. They are dangerous because they feel. Their love turns into something unstoppable. Do not threaten what they care for. It will not go well for you. Humanity heard the message. The galaxy heard it too. And Daniel? He went back to repairing the kitchen cabinet the next day. His hands were steady. His heart was full. His family was safe. And somewhere in deep space, alien fleets whispered about the human husband on Havenreach, the one who reminded the galaxy why humans should never be underestimated.